Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. So we got the MHZ Bulgarian Catamaran on the block. All right, 57 inches of pure beauty, right? So today we're actually going to be working on setup. We need to have a game plan. I kind of have a game plan. I kind of know where I'm going to put things, but we know where we're going to put it. But is it going to work, right? We need to find our center of gravity. Like, make sure we can get center of gravity forward for like high speed runs, and then make sure we can get the center of gravity back for cruising, you know, bashing type, oval type deal. So we got to put everything in the boat, like everything. I'm going to use some double side tape to tape on the drives, tape a rudder on. We're going to put the ESCs in, the battery trays, the whole nine, right? We may need to actually throw the cables, like put some like weight in here to substitute for the foam. So this right here is what we've been waiting on, right? We were waiting on a couple orders to come in so we can actually get the motors on the mounts and figure out where everything needs to be. Final CG. Let's go. All right, so let me give you a rundown. I taped the drive shafts in the drives. We got the hydraulics, got the rudder on. I have the servo mount, stuffing tubes, flex cables in the boat, right? ESC mount, ESCs, the motor mounts, about the same place, maybe different angles, but they're same place. I have my connectors, because these things are fairly heavy, right? I have the battery trays in about where, well, they kind of bottom out. They kind of stop as far forward as I can get them. At the moment, the batteries are about as far back in the trays as you can get them, right there. So I guess you guys need to know where I'm thinking the CG needs to be, right? So with all the catamarans I've ever run, Animal Twin, my singles, CG right behind the forward step for speed, right? That's where I've always run it. So with this boat, this is kind of how I'm going to think of it. So about right in here for cruising, right in here, 60, 65, 70. That's cruising speed for this boat, right? 70 plus, I'm thinking somewhere in here, right? 70, 80, maybe even 90, somewhere in here, right? 90, 100 plus, right behind that forward step, okay? Because, I mean, you can't really cruise the boat with your CG up here, right? I mean, you can, but when you slow down, it's going to want to nose in. It's going to want to nose in. When it noses in, it'll want to actually, like, kind of steer on the sponson steer, because the CG is so far forward. This boat it's going to like the CG forward when it's planed out and at speed, right? It's going to keep it from blowing over, and it should be like nice aired out. So this is our target right here, right? So I have the ESCs back, I have the motors back, the batteries are back, right? Got everything on the boat, pretty much. I mean, yeah, I mean, we got the radio box. Let's throw that in here. I think I don't know where to put the radio gear right now. I was kind of thinking back here, you know, somewhere in here. Is there anything else? I guess we do need these connectors on the motors, so we'll throw this in here. I'm just going to throw them all. There's two sets in here, male and female. That'll compensate the weight for the heat shrink, right? The only thing I don't have in the boat right now is the cable, but we have extra flex cable, like the pull cable. I got the foam. I got this foam up here because we're pouring the tips and the tunnel, right? The tunnel's going to get poured. The tips are going to get poured. And I would like to pour foam down this center section, like dam it off right here, put a dam on this side, pour the foam in there, pull the dam out, and we'll just have the center section poured with a little forward brace. So I just got these on here just just for foam substitute, right? Got to put the canopy on when you're trying to find CG. Now we could actually, we could balance the boat. We could actually put the boat on like a wooden, a wooden dowel, right? And then use the wooden dowel to find our CG. But this is kind of initial setup, so we're actually going to just try it with our fingers, picking it up. This boat's not light, so everything's back right now. So let's see if we hit this mark or if it's behind it. Okay, so we're about on our cruising mark, right? That's not going to work for high speed. Okay, so let's see what it looks like with the batteries pushed as far forward as we can push them in the trays. You got to push these things down to get them in that hole. There we go. You got to get used to it. So that's as far forward as we can go with the batteries. This one, I don't have these tightened up, so it moves easy. Okay, that's far forward as we can go, batteries. So they're basically, one battery's here and one battery's right here, right? That's about where they're at, not even kidding. So when we pour our tip, we need to make sure our foam stops right here, you know? It's because our batteries are going to be right there, right? So let's just see where this is. Let's see if we can hit this mark. I don't think we are, because those motors are back and they're heavy. So let's see. Yeah, we're not there yet. So let's try it right here. Okay, so we hit that mark. We hit our middle mark, but we hadn't hit our high speed mark yet, right? So, and the batteries are as far forward as we can get them. So we need to change something up, right? So we could just move the ESCs up. Will we be able to get the batteries in and out? Right? Because these batteries, they're kind of tough to get in and out. Okay, you kind of got to grab a wire, kind of pick them up, finagle them out. Okay, like that. So these ESCs are going to have to be recessed if we run them in the center, right? Because, I don't know. Yeah, if we recess them, we'll be able to clear it a little bit better. Or we can mount them on the outside. Mounting them on the outside is going to completely get them out the way. I kind of like showing the ESCs off. I'm going to scratch these trays up trying to... I gotta put a shim. I gotta put a shim on those standoffs. A little tight right now. It's okay. It won't be that tight when the boat's done. We gotta work on that. So let's just move the ESCs forward. Let's put them right here. Let's see what that does. Batteries all the way forward. So we're shooting for this forward line. I don't think we're gonna get it. I'm gonna go on the ramp to the middle step. That's the forward part of the ramp on the middle step. So we just hit right here. Okay, so we need to move these motors forward. Oh yeah, the cooling line too. Shit, fire. I knew I was forgetting something. Oh man. So we'll just throw this in there. Okay, so let's see what it does. I moved the motors up. ESCs are about where they were just now. Let's see if that does it. Batteries all the way forward. Oh, that's her. That's her. It actually feels like it needs to go up a little bit farther just by picking it up. Oh, this thing's heavy. Yeah, we're right here. So, okay, so I don't want to scratch these jackets up. Okay, so let's do away with this tray right here altogether. I don't think we're going to run this tray, to be honest with you. It's such a freaking nice tray. I could also, if we didn't like how high it was, we could also cut these standoffs down. Get it lower. Get the standoffs lower to the boat. Right, cut them all the same height, okay? And that will lower it. Or keep the height, cut out a rectangle or a square for both of them to go recess into the tray, you know, or a combination of both. So as you can see, I've already had some I hate to waste this damn tape, but you got to do it. You got to do this. You know what, I'm just gonna lay it in there. Actually, I'm gonna stick this one on, and then the other side I'll just lay it in. Yeah, I hate to waste this tape, but you gotta do it sometimes, you know. Okay, so now I'll be able to show you how the ESC the battery tray pulls out with the ESC mounted. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mount this. I'm gonna mount this as far forward as I can. I'm gonna put it right there. Let's see if we can get the. Oh, I hope it stays. What? Okay, so that's about as far forward as I can get the ESC, right? So let's just throw this one. I'm just going to lay this one down so I don't have to double side tape it. And the batteries are all the way forward. Yes, they are. Okay, so motors are basically exactly where they were. Let's see if we can get it here. So we just took out the weight of the tray. Oh yeah, so when we put these ESCs in, they're not going to be just sitting like double side taped in. They're going to actually be on a tray. They're going to be on this tray right here. It's actually kind of small for it, but it will actually work. We'll have a strap going around it, double side tape epoxied into the boat. So these are going on the ESC centered gravity line. We're going to have to make. I think we're going to have to make one of these. We're going to have to make it. We're going to have to make a wire harness here. Yeah, because hell, one of the batteries way the shit up here, right? So we're going to have to make a separate wire harness. Yeah, we are. So we'll probably just run a single plug to a series connection, special series, custom series connection, right? That's what I'm thinking. Unless you guys have a better idea. I know, I guess we could go with, I'll talk to the owner. We may go with like an 8mm bullet. I don't know. I think he may actually like the QS8 simplicity. So We'll see. We'll see. So let's try it out right here. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. That's right there. So that's right on it. That's right on it, man. That is right on it. So if he needs a little bit more, that might work. So if he needs a little bit more, if he's trying for some really high numbers, and she looks like she's wanting to pick up, if it wants to pick up, you could always slide the battery forward in the actual removable tray. Instead of having the battery on the tray here, slide it forward where the back of the battery's like right on this strap right here. Same with the forward one. That will get your batteries a little bit farther forward. So let's see what it looks like with the batteries all the way back with the ESCs here and the motors moved forward, right? We got everything. Oh yeah, we got the coolant here. There's a couple little things not in here. Tell you what, we bought a lot of stuff for this damn boat. More stuff than we really needed, right? He wanted options, you know. He wanted options. We actually have these battery trays right here, right? So what did we just do? We moved the batteries back. Let's see what it does with the motor and ESC placement now. Okay, so she's right there, right on our target. So batteries all the way forward. We're right, not quite forward of this green tape. We're about mid to back on the green tape, the forward piece, and then we're right here with them all the way back. So that's actually looking pretty good. In my opinion, that looks pretty damn good. Oh yeah, we didn't even have these on it. Let's pull it again. Well, that makes a damn difference right there. Yeah, that made a huge difference. That brought the CG up to here, you know. It was right here, now it's right there. So, that is looking pretty good. I don't want this video to be too long. You know, the last one was right at 30 minutes. The next video, we're drilling holes for the drives. We're gonna set it on the bench. Get the drives perfect. I made a template for them and get those drilled so we could start working on the drive line, which is an important aspect of this boat. 26 pounds. 26 pounds. That's with yeah, that's with both of the foam blocks. Okay. We don't have a couple little things, but that's everything you guys seen. 26. So with epoxy, I'm thinking 27, 20, possibly 28. I don't think she'll go 29. Well, with paint. So there's 27 with epoxy. 27 and a half. Possibly 28 with paint and everything. So I wanted to see how hard it was to get this tray out with the ESC right here. So we pull it out. Boom, boom. Yeah. Oh, that's so much easier with this center section open. You know, that's so much easier, right? So much easier. I think this setup right here, I think this might actually work, you guys, because we can get our CG forward. We can get it to the back here. It's kind of a happy medium. I think that's going to work. I really do. If I don't think we can hit that forward mark, if I think it needs to go forward more, or if somebody's like, that's not far enough forward, because I really think that is, you know, right behind the step. I mean, this is about where I run it right here. That forward ramp on the forward middle step, the forward ramp, I run it in front of that forward ramp, just behind the back of the forward step, right there. That's about where I run them on my animal. It works real good. If we need to get the CG forward, I'm thinking we can move our motors forward a little bit, you know. just a little bit, that may actually open up and actually make it easier for the owner to get to his collet and service and adjust his stuff into retainer. You know what I'm saying? If we have them forward, I think they should be a little bit farther forward. Well, not farther than this, about right there. About right in there. Probably be good. So I think this is going to work. This isn't going to be that thick for these ESC mounts. This is going to be trimmed up so that it fits the contour of the side, right? So it'll be a little bit lower profile, basically wide enough to get a couple straps in. Almost need to make my own, but that should be sufficient, you know. Put a big piece of that good double side tape on there. That should do it, right? So it really needs to be like this. All right. I'll let you guys go. I kept you long enough. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.